Enterprise is clear for departure.
Hi guys, TrekWorks here with you again. Well, I've been making some progress on the Enterprise D. I've been out here working on it today, and I've been working on the nacelles and painting all the parts. I've done a little bit more on the saucer too, and I'll show you that in just a second. But here's what the nacelle looks like on the inside. I've got it set up where I've got some the Modeler's brand LED tape in here, the smooth blue, ultra smooth, and up here at the front I've got some red. There's 3 bulbs there at the front, and there's I guess there's about 6 bulbs here in the maybe 7 in the little strip that I've got in here, and that's basically how I've got it wired up, all connected to one, and then the wires will come out through the bottom side of this piece here and run down the pylons. Now I've got my trenches cut out here on the pylons and puttied these in, and the wires are glued in there, so I've got that. And I'm going to decide whether I'm going to do the cover thing on those or sand them smooth, and the Aztec decals that I'm using on this model are probably going to cover some of that up, and I might be able to hide that without those trench covers too, so I'll see how that works out. Here you can see I've got the pieces painted for the Flux chiller grills and Bussard collector. Basically what I did with this is I painted it on the inside with some transparent red, and then I scuffed the outside with some 600 to kind of give it a, diffuse the light a little bit so you didn't see the individual bulbs, and then I dull coated it with some clear, and it has that satin look that I'm looking for. And I've got one of the nacelles here already assembled, and when I get done putting this one together here, I'll light the both of them up and show you what the lighting looks like on that. I'll be right back with that in just a second. Okay guys, well I'm back, and here's a look at the nacelles all lit up. They're looking pretty nice. In the video here they may look a little washed, the blue may look a little washed, but in person they've got a really nice deep neon blue look to them. The Modeler's brand tape is lighting them up really nice and even. I got the little beacon lights there at the back, and the Bussard collectors are lighting up really even. That little bit of sanding that I did there at the front and the dull coat that's on there diffused that light really good, so you don't see any individual bulbs lighting up there. It looks nice and even. And I wanted to point out that I'm using CA glue instead of Testor's red styrene glue to glue this model together. The clear styrene didn't seem to want to hold too well with the regular Testor's red that I've used, which is what I use on pretty much all my other stuff and have no problems, but this is working really well. It holds. It takes a little longer to set up, so I'm just taping everything together and letting it dry nice and thorough and before I move on, and not having any problems. Here I've done the trenching on the secondary hull pylons and run the wires. I'm using the magnet wire here again, and I've got those laid in. It's going to take a couple of coats to fill that in. Now what I'm thinking on this one is I'll get these filled in to where they're nice and flush, and I'll sand them down nice and smooth, and then the Aztec decal set that's with this model covers this area up as well. So I'm going to lay those down on there and see how it looks. If it looks passable, I'm going to leave it in that and really not have to wait for those trench covers that are kind of back ordered until June anyway. But if it doesn't look good enough, I'll wait. But I think that's going to come out just fine doing it like that. And then here at the neck on the port side, I've started to do some more lighting on the windows and scrabbing those out. Again, the nice thing about this clear kit is if you scribe a little off or you make your window a little bit odd or weird looking, you can come back and just touch that area up a little bit and scrape it again. So that's really works out slick. Let me zoom back here a little bit, and here's the top of the saucer. Now I had a problem with the bottom half of the saucer. I actually had to send it back into round 2 models and see if they'll replace it for me, but this area right here on the lower half of the saucer, from about this wide and from about the middle all the way to the front edge, was extremely warped. I didn't realize it until I started prepping it for paint when I was working on it. I guess the clear color fooled me. So anyway, it was a bad mold. I mean, really bad. I tried to apply just a little bit of heat with my heat gun, really, really mild, to try to straighten it out a little bit, and it immediately just kind of shriveled right up. It was just reacted completely different than regular styrene that I'm used to working to, so just kind of a heads up on that. But I don't know. I've asked around a little bit to see if anybody else that has this kit has an issue with theirs. Hopefully when I get I've already sent for a replacement kit, and if round 2 comes through with a replacement piece, I'll have an extra kit when I'm done with an extra set of decals, and could build another one of these later down the road, I guess. But anyway, just keep marching on here, and I should have the replacement kit here by the end of next week, and I've still got plenty to do before I get to that point. I wanted to point out one more thing too. these Aztec decals are laying down on here really, really nice. There's probably about 14 panels, maybe 16 including the center section here. And they're laying down on there so nice they look like they're painted on. And what I did is basically did the water application like you do, tapped them down really good with a nice dry towel, let them sit for a little while, then I applied this Testor's decal bonder and let that soak for about an hour and sit on there and dry. And then I came back and clear coated it with some Testor's dull coat to kind of seal the whole thing up, and they're really, really laid down on there nice. And like I said, the lighting's coming through just fine on it. And anywhere, these decals are sort of transparent, so anywhere that there was a window, they actually didn't cover it up at all. The black part of the window, the black look to the window just comes right through the decals, so it really, really looks nice. I won't have to go back and remark all the decals or anything like that, or any of the window ports. They're showing up really good on their own right through the decals, so that's working really good. And so things are rolling along pretty good here. And I guess I'll come back in a few days with an update. When I get a little bit further down the road, I'm going to start doing some more work to the secondary hull. Like I said, start doing a little bit of lighting. I've decided to use some LED tape to light the saucer. And I've got these little sections here that I've made up that I'll be putting in different locations around in there, and they're already pre-wired and everything. And that's going to work out really good for lighting the saucer up all the way around. So probably do the same thing down in the secondary hull. So things are coming along pretty good. Until I see you on the next update, everybody, happy modeling, guys.